Tupac Shakur, known as Tupac, was one of the most influential and controversial American rappers of the 1990s. His life was marked by immense talent, deep social commentary, and a long trail of violence, both surrounding him and directed at him. Here's a summary of the violent aspects of his life and history. 1. Early exposure to violence. Family and political background. Tupac was born in 1971 to Afeni Shakur, a member of the Black Panther Party, and grew up around revolutionary and militant ideologies. Several of his relatives were involved in armed confrontations with police or government agencies. He experienced poverty, police brutality, and street violence from an early age, especially after moving to cities like Baltimore and later Oakland, California. 2. Rise in the music industry and in conflict. Tupac's debut album, Tupacalypse, now contained harsh critiques of police brutality, racism, and injustice. It was controversial, drawing attention from politicians like Vice President Don Quayle, who claimed it encouraged violence. He began to attract attention not only for his music but for violent incidents and confrontational behavior. 3. Legal issues and arrests. Tupac's growing fame was paralleled by increasing run-ins with the law. 1992, involved in a lawsuit after a man was shot by a stray bullet from Tupac's entourage during a confrontation. The man later died. 1993, arrested for allegedly assaulting director Alan Hughes after being fired from the movie Menace to Society. 1993, accused of sexually assaulting a woman in a hotel room. In 1995, Tupac was convicted of sexual abuse and sentenced to prison. 4. The 1994 shooting. Quad Studios, NYC, November 30th, 1994, was shot 5 times in the lobby of Quad Recording Studios in Manhattan. He survived and claimed it was an inside job, accusing East Coast rap figures like the Notorious B.I.G. and Sean Diddy Combs of knowing about the attack. This incident ignited the East Coast versus West Coast feud. 5. Prison and Suge Knight's involvement while in prison. Tupac was approached by Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, who offered to post his bail in exchange for signing to the label. After his release in October 19, Tupac joined Death Row and became more aggressive, releasing diss tracks like Hit 'Em Up, targeting Biggie Diddy and the East Coast scene. 6 final months and death. September 7, 1996. Tupac was shot in Las Vegas after a boxing match. He had been involved earlier that evening in a fight with a gang member believed to be linked to the Crips. September 13, 1996. Tupac died from his injuries. He was only 25 years old. His murder remains officially unsolved, though it is widely believed to be the result of gang retaliation and hip-hop rivalry. Legacy of violence. Tupac's death intensified the East Coast-West Coast feud, which claimed other lives. Despite the violence, Tupac's lyrics often reflected his desire for peace, justice, and unity, alongside the anger and rawness of street life. In summary, Tupac's life was shaped by a revolutionary upbringing, social and racial tensions in America, street and gang violence, legal trouble,